video today. My name is Happy. You can call me Lime, and my real friends will be calling me by my real name. I hope you guys are having a good day, because I know I am. And I guess we just get right into this video. Honestly, my day is going pretty good, even though it's only 3 in the morning right now. And this story starts off like I wouldn't say any other day, but I would say it's probably my top 10 craziest. All right, so it's not like yesterday's video, all right, but not that kind of crazy. But it's definitely my first like fight video on here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yes, it is my first fighting video. I just had to check because I don't remember if I uploaded another one or not, because I have a lot of fights. Most of them with adults actually, but you know, that's whatever. I'll probably make the craziest, most dumb fight I've been in with an adult. I'll post that one tomorrow, or I'll record that later tonight and post it today along with this one. But it's my first fight video I've uploaded. And alright, so it starts off like not any other day. Honestly, I slept in until about 10 this day. Normally I sleep in until about 1 or 2 on like summer day. And this was about 1.5 years ago now, because it was last summer. And I had this dirt bike, right? And I have a dirt bike now, but it's a lot bigger and I can't ride it around the neighborhood anymore. So hold on, I need like water or something. So the bike wasn't loud at all. It was like the cars next to me, I could hear their tires over my bike, right? So it wasn't loud at all. It was a Honda Honda CRF 150, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong there. CR 150, something like that. I have a Yamaha now, so I don't really care. But it was pretty quiet. It had electric start and everything. And I was just driving through the neighborhood like I did every other day. Every now and then I'd pop some wheelies, but those are in the spot where they were building houses. Like there's no new houses yet, or any houses yet. And I would only do it for like the construction workers, just for fun. Or I'd go like out to this random place and start practicing, but that's another story. I'm just driving through like real slow, all right, probably about 15 miles an hour. And I'm coming up this hill, and then I see this dude walk out like right by me. And I was like, huh? So I'll turn around, and he's like in the middle of the street. So I go up the hill, and there's this cul-de-sac. So I then turn around at the cul-de-sac. And I kind of just sit up there pretending to be on my phone as I'm like recording him on my phone, but then it's also on my GoPro on my helmet. So I'm like, dude, no way, this guy. So I just bumped it into neutral, start rolling down the hill, and I come up next to him, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I'm just riding around, bro. And he's like, you know, this is trespassing. And I was like, dude, I literally fucking live here. What the hell do you mean it's trespassing? And he's like, I know where you live. You live right outside the gate. And I was like, oh my fuck. So a little bit of context here. The first 2 houses outside the gate of this neighborhood are actually owned by the neighborhood. They were originally open houses. I'm one down that, but we do have a land in the neighborhood. All right, so it's not trespassing if we own part of the neighborhood. Okay, and I'm driving around, and I'm like, dude, what? I have a spot up here, right? It's not trespassing, much less I have, by law, permission from a friend or someone I know, family member. I have multiple friends up here that I ride dirt bikes with that say, yeah, you can ride anytime. And I was kind of driving around waiting for them. All right, I kind of forgot to mention that part, but I was waiting for them. And I was like, dude, this is about the furthest fucking thing from trespassing there is. It's like driving around in your own front yard, and then a cop pulls up saying you're trespassing on your own house. And well, I also have a story about that, because that has happened. But he's like, man, this is fucking trespassing. I'm gonna get you kicked out. I'm gonna call the fucking cops. So I was like, all right, bro, do it. And he's like, say what? I was like, he's like a 50-year-old man too, HOA leader, whatever. And he's like, say, what the fuck did you just say? I was like, dude, call the cops. And he's like starting to threatening to call my dad. And he's like, what if I called your dad? And I was like, first off, you're too pussy to call the cops, okay? I don't know if you've ever seen my dad, but I think he's scarier than most cops. I mean, shit, he made a fucking cop shit his pants because he talked to me, right? So, he didn't know my dad, right? He's never seen my dad before. He was just using that as a threat, and I was like, man, it must be fucking retarded. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna call the cops. And he starts walking back to his truck. And I was like, all right, you do that, bro. Have a good time. And I just bumped it back into neutral and start rolling down the hill. And then I wait probably about 10 yards past his house. And I kind of just sit there. And I act like I'm looking at my watch, even though I'm not wearing a watch at the time. And I'm just like tapping my wrist like, hey, you gonna call the cops, bro? And he's like, don't make me. And I was like, I'm waiting for you to call the cops so I can show them how retarded you're being. And he's like, I'm not gonna call the cops. It's your time off. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So then at that point, I just went home because I kind of got tired of that dude. And I wanted to show my parents the video because it was really funny. And I showed them the video, and then I go back out riding a little bit. And the motherfucker's driving around in his truck just for no reason, pulls out like 180 right in front of me, and then damn near hits me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I start screaming at him. I wanted to flick him off so bad. Like, if I started doing that later in life, alright? But at this point, I was just kind of like screaming at him, like, the hell are you doing trying to get me killed like that? And he's like, you are trespassing. And I was like, bitch, the hell I'm not. I'm not even kidding. That's what I said to him. And he got so pissed off that I said that. He hops out of his truck and starts dialing 911. And I was like, yeah, call 911 and show him how much of a pussy and how much you can actually take care of your own neighborhood that I fucking own, or like partly own. And he's like, I'm not gonna do it yet, but I want to talk to your dad. And I was like, all right, fine, I'm gonna go get my dad. So I drive home, and I thought he was following me. All right, so I pull in, I wait. He's not coming. I wait about 10 minutes. All right, whatever. I called my dad, told him to meet me out by the driveway because our house has a pretty long driveway. And he comes out. And I'm like, yeah, some dude wants to talk to you because I was riding around. And he was like, are you fucking kidding me? Not this shit again. Because it's not really the first time I've been pulled over, but it's the first time anybody of authority has stopped me. There was some random dude in the neighborhood before that literally hit me with his car and then tried killing me. But I probably should have told that story first. Whatever. And then he's like, not this shit again. So we go up there, looking around. I'm like, I have no idea where he is. So I took my dad to his house. And I was like, oh yeah, his truck's right here. So he walks up, and he sees my dad. And he like sees the truck pull up, and he's like all huffy puffy. He's kind of a scrawny dude. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna teach this kid a lesson. And he sees my dad step out, and my dad's not crazy, alright? He's not The Rock, but he is pretty shredded, alright? Well, I wouldn't say shredded is the right word, but like, he's jacked in most people's opinion, and he's like 6'2", which this guy was like 5'10", and very scrawny. So he sees my dad, damn near shits himself because my dad is pissed off, mad that because I showed him the video on the way up there. Like, it's a 2 mile drive, not 2 miles, actually maybe 2 mile drive. So I'm showing my dad the video, and he's like, man, this guy must be retarded. So my dad's pissed off, storming at this guy, and he's like, you can't be on my driveway. This is my property. And my dad's like, to hell with your property. I'm kicking your ass. And he's like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. So my dad just stands him up, and he's like, so what the fuck are you talking to my kid for? And honestly, I wish I had that on video because it was so funny. This guy was about to like shit himself. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. And he's like, we fucking own, well, like, we are doing nothing illegal. And he's like, well, is that bike registered? Does he have a license? And my dad looks down, and he's like, all right, I might have underestimated you. You are absolutely retarded. and it's a gated neighborhood, okay? So it's private road completely through. And he's like, I don't know if you know how Texas law works, all right? But if you're on a private road, it doesn't mean shit how old you are, right? It doesn't have to be registered. You don't have to have a license. That's only if you're on public fucking roads. And he's like, no, it is a public road. And we're like, all right, is it a public road or a private road? Because if it's a public road, that means they can't do a lot of the stuff they're doing in there, like on the road. And he's like, no, it's both. And my dad's like, Jesus, fuck, how retarded are you? You can't have one road be both private and the fuck? So after like screaming at him for about 10 minutes, my dad finally starts calming down, and this dude has already soiled his pants. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, I'll make it up to you. And my dad was like, you best, and just turns around and gets back in the truck. Starts taking off without me, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get in the truck. So as he's pulling out, I'm like hopping in, trying to not fall out of the truck. And he's like, man, I thought you were just like over exaggerating how retarded this kid was, or this guy was. But nah, he is like mentally fucking stupid. And I'm like, yeah, I showed you the videos, but that didn't do it for you, huh? He was like, nah. So we get home, and that's like, I guess you just take it easy for the rest of the day. Just don't go doing wheelies by this guy's house or something. Don't get the cops called on you. And what did I do? I went up and rode with my friends. I took it nice and easy until we started popping wheelies right in front of this guy's house. Started doing donuts on his drive, like right in front of his driveway on the road. And then got the cops called on us for illegal activities. And then the cops showed up and they're like, it's a private road, dude. We can't do shit unless they're like threatening someone. And then he just kind of like shut up. The cops went away about 5 minutes later, and well, nothing really came of it. All right, I kind of got a free ticket no matter what. Like if I get in any trouble there, like I've been chased down by the cops a few times in the neighborhood park. Yeah, and basically I can get away with breaking any of the neighborhood rules, like doing donuts and crap in there, because this guy is like so shitless scared of my dad. But well, I don't know. I've never actually seen anybody get in trouble for doing donuts, so I guess I've kind of just escaped it other ways. But he's definitely a backup I could use at any time. Right? It's kind of funny how that works, but yeah, that's basically how that went. And even to this day, like a year and a half later, I can still I could still play that card if I wanted to. I haven't really yet, but I definitely could. Make sure y'all go drop your stories down in the comments. I do love reading your guys' stories. YouTube keeps taking down my fucking videos. Like, I don't know if you saw, but on January 14th, I had to upload a video because it didn't upload on the 13th. And then the same with the days before that. There's like 2 uploads one day, and then you skip a day, 2 uploads the next day. It's because they keep taking it down and then deciding, oh, it's okay. So they delete all the comments and all the views and all the likes and stuff. And then they just stop recommending it to people, so it's kind of pissing me off. I definitely could stop cursing and putting porn in my videos, but that's, fuck that. Y'all go have a great day, great evening, afternoon, whatever. Go eat some popcorn and go get a girlfriend if you want one. Peace.